piece, so sorry to the poets, because they're often pitted against one another. It was written on Friday, so it's fresh, but if you remember Friday, it's kind of fresh in the way that something you step in is fresh rather than a flower. So this is called Rosette Manufacture, a catalogue and spotter's guide. A rosette is the often ribboned badge worn by a candidate to indicate political affiliation. Rosettes are manufactured according to party colours, and many feature the name of the party or the party's logo at their centre. Traditionally, rosettes do have a colour and are phenomenal rather than numinal decorations. This is on account of the pin. The pin is the thing. Without a pin, a rosette might look like a wreath, which would be ridiculous. All our rosettes are handmade, and we pride ourselves on the fact that they are all sewn up and not glued. This ensures that all our rosettes will be made to the highest possible quality, and the silent stink of our pins can push right through a lapel if the correct force is applied, through a shirt front, through some taut softness beyond that, and in this way the pin can ink straight into the heart, and a rosette may enter the bloodstream to reach the lining of the gut and its thornless little flora, the nerve of it, the body, all the way to the top of the head, the index finger and the thumb, and all the silly muscles it takes to hold a pencil, etc. We have also supplied international dog show rosettes, specifically rosettes to all breed championship dog shows, agility dog shows, obedience dog shows, as well as bird show rosettes, gymkhana rosettes, dressage rosettes, riding club rosettes, and pony club rosettes. Rosettes, scoiamorphs of diminutive roses, rely on pricking. Let's say we make the rosettes in a garden. We have to be careful harvesting in case they prick us, so use one of those swinging blades. Scythe always sounds rather negative and aggressive. Sweeping the nation, the garden, using only high-quality woven-edge polyester ribbon, we paint rosettes in a garden made for lovers and deadheading, or paint them in other gardens while singing, looking in a looking glass, some yellow flamingo canaries bent into croquet mallets in the background. There are crooked blue trees sometimes in the garden. We tend the trees so we can manufacture papers as a side business. We tend to the trees and we feed them bone meal. And there are little grey columns in the garden for tasteful, obscure landscaping reasons. And there is a bright yellow and purple puddled heap in the garden that we think was the result of too much barocca and beetroot the night before. Someone should have cleaned that up. Sorry. On a screen in the garden, men are joking about hats, and a woman is pasting a honeycomb pattern on something that looks like a crumbling spine. Look at that instead. Let's put a pin in it. In gardens and for those who invest in horticulture, the word rosette means a circular arrangement of leaves, whereby all the leaves appear at a similar height. Things can be deceiving. There is craft in rosettery. To quote, often rosettes form in perennial plants whose upper foliage dies back, with the remaining vegetation protecting the plant. Part of the protective function of a rosette like this, like the dandelion, is that it is hard to pull from the ground. The leaves come away easily while the taproot is left intact. Close quotation marks. A rosette is also marking, or rather is also a marking, a distastefully ribbonless, non-handmade blotch really, that is found on the fur of some animals. These animals do not appear in obedient shows nor gymkhanas, and include jaguars, leopards, and some lion/tiger hybrids. Their rosettes do not change idiomatically. One can read that their rosettes exist to, quote, either as a defence mechanism or as a stalking tool. Predators use their rosettes to simulate the different shifting of shadows and shade, helping the animals to remain hidden from their prey, close quotation marks. Flush the jaguars from your garden and buy your rosettes in bulk in trusty polyester. The pricking is the thing. The pinning down is the thing. Rosettes are corsages pinned down rather than exchanged, as a handshake might be, CF smiles, sighs, horrors, or other lapel-less things. The act of pinning down is crucial. We'll ride in on your tails, we'll pluck at your sleeve, we'll buttonhole you with our jaguar breath. When pinning down, don't worry about the fabric. Traditionally, one opens a pin with the parts of the hand also used to hold a pencil. Sometimes, and not even in high winds, the plastic ribbons depending from a rosette might overlap and make it look fleetingly as if a cross or a wavelength or a gene or many other lapel-less things have appeared. And at the polling station, only the candidates and their agents may wear a rosette. The Electoral Commission doesn't specify rosette dimensions, but 2008 guidelines do set out a maximum width of 3 to 4 inches. There is little comment on length. Endless rosettes. longer than a tongue. Rosettes can be a choking hazard. Often ribboned, their edges can be ruffled and folding in on themselves like a viennetta, or something collapsing, or the circular folds, cf. Valves of Kerckring, placae, circulares, valvulae conventers, of those large valvular flaps that project into the lumen of the small intestine. Gutlessness and gutsiness, rosettes for all, and whoops all around. And we will never resign, nor leave you. We will go on making our false flowers for non-lovers, with the jaguars and the monsters, in the garden, in the shade. Thanks very much.